Oh, so here I got a question for you, Mike. And this kind of reminded me, just as an aside, we have a website, atheistville.com, and on there we have a blog. And I've added, a fair amount of things on there. And Mike, the other Mike, has also added some things on here recently. And this question came up, and it kind of reminded me of some of the things that you added. Let me pull this up. So the question was, I thought Christian nationalism was good for the country, but now it seems like Christians are suffering just as much as anyone else, or as everyone else. What's your thoughts on that, Mike?
Well, so I thought Christian nationalism was good for the country. Well, that's going to leave out a whole lot of people, and
a whole lot of Christians.
A whole lot of Christians, right? It's going to leave out a whole lot of Christians, and if you look at in the blog post, I talk about Project 2025.
Yeah,
and it's very, very clear. I mean, the playbook is there. I think it's a 900-page document.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's hey, Cynthia, we got you.
Hey.
Yeah, it helps gain control. I tell you.
Gain.
Yeah, technology is something else.
So I think what's happening is the rest of the Christians that aren't Christian nationalists, or I should say, this administration's version of Christianity, or their interpretation of it, and all of the authors, because not all of the authors of Project 2025 are part and parcel of the government itself, the operating end of all of that. They're having a rude awakening. I think what happened is Christians in general saw Christian nationalism and saw that they drilled in on that one word, Christian, and they're like, okay, good. And everybody is impacted. Obviously, this Christian is, but now but now it seems like Christians are suffering just as much as everyone else. So,
if I might interject a bit,
sure. Go right ahead.
Look at, hey guys, I look at the term like Christian nationalism, and I think that like we have like some people within the community that are saying that Christian nationalism itself is a misnomer. It should be what we are really calling, what we're experiencing right now is Christo-Fascism. Utilizing religion and like marrying it with authoritarianism is more so what we're in right now. I think that but I can understand the sentiment of people wanting to utilize the term nationalist, because sometimes when you hear like a nationalist, you do think of an extreme patriotism.
I think
like nationalists, like
you're
just like completely exactly. I mean, even though like right, and I mean, in one sense, that's not necessarily a terrible thing, but it's kind of like, I don't know if anybody ever seen this movie, The Head of State, with Chris Rock.
Not
when
he
was running for president.
Yeah, he was running for. I remember it. I don't know if I ever saw it. I just remember it though.
Yeah, it was. It was a while ago. But his opponent would always say, "God bless America," and no place else. And when I think of like Christian nationalism, that's what I think. I think of God bless America and no place else, right? And I like when Chris was like, God bless America and every place else, including Jamaica. And I'm not talking about the beach Jamaica. I'm talking about stabbing Jamaica. And I could talk about Jamaica because my mom was an immigrant, but that's neither here nor there. Right. But I think that in the case of way that they're using it, I would prefer Christo-Fascism, only as far as like to describe what it really is. But regardless, the way that it's being used right now is basically just to weaponize the government into concentrating power into the executive branch, to the point where we're experiencing like king-like behavior, emperor-like behavior. I make the laws, and I only alone should be listened to, and co-equal branches of government, schmo-equal branches of government. Who needs that judiciary and Congress? Whatever, they can go. Like, I think he's like his own Caesar, and like, the Senate is just there just for kicks and giggles. I think that's
20 years ago. It seems like it's playing out right now.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah,
I know, right? I know. I mean, that's kind of how I just noticed, like, anytime like I would hear like somebody who would have these sentiments like of like the Christo-Nationalism, blah blah blah. That's what I think of, like, fascist state and God bless America and no place else.
Yeah.
Did you ask what's wrong with authoritarianism? Are you funny? Is that a joke?
I'm not joking. Carl's been asking us that, but one of you mentioned authoritarian. Maybe you did, and he's like, well, "What's wrong with authoritarianism?" Well, I'm pretty. We don't have to address it, but I thought you guys might like that. And also, just real quick, Carl is asking to do a debate with us right now. Like, Carl, we just don't do that because, as I mentioned in the comments, it just turns into a shouting match, and nobody wins, and there's no progression of a conversation there. I appreciate you wanting to do that, but. If you have your own channel, Carl, though, you're welcome to maybe invite any of us on. We probably would do that. It's just not what I do on this show and this channel.
Yeah.
Carl,
let us know,
I
man.
won't debate with anybody. I will not debate with a pigeon. We've already talked about that.
Yeah.
Carl could also go out to the nearest street corner with an iPhone and a sign and probably find someone to debate.
Go ahead and do a Steven Crowder. Prove me wrong type thing. Remember, he used to go like set up a table on different
public
spaces
are for.
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
It just I understand it from a clickbait and everything. And then I say clickbait, it's not really the right way I'm trying to say it, but you'll get a lot of clicks and a lot of people because they want to see the fire. They want to see the rhetoric and they want to see the Jerry Springer show. And it's just not particularly interesting to me. Not that I have any problem discussing and debating. And Carl, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt saying that you would be absolutely civil, but it's just the potential of it not being that is so great that I'm just not interested in doing that show. But there are plenty of atheist shows out there that debate back and forth, and I'd be happy to do it. It's just not particularly interesting to me. But that's why we give you this platform. You had some questions, we bring them up, but again, if you have your own channel, absolutely, let us know, man. Happy to do that.
I'm about to say, and also too, like I'm like Mehdi. I don't debate fascist.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's up there with I don't debate fascists and I don't debate flat earthers.
What was the last piece?
I don't debate flat earthers.
Oh, flat earthers. Yeah.
And anyone who repeatedly uses the phrase atheist worldview after atheists tell them that there is no atheist worldview and then gets mad that we say they don't know atheism.
Yeah.
It's not, you can already see where that conversation is going to go.
He just put up another post. This pissed me off. I'm black. Oh, you just call a black man fascist.
Yeah.
I'll just say Idi Amin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
this is another example of the pigeon shitting all over the board, knocking over all the pieces, and saying that it won. Exactly what we're dealing with.
Is it impossible for a black
another fucking pigeon? Sorry, but that's.
I mean, there's fascism is not lost on one race, sir. It's not a color thing. It's not a color thing.
And he also says, when did I say I was a flat earther? No,
I never said
this is not all about you.
I'm done listening to the show.
Yeah, you're trolling. Come on, Carl. At this particular moment,
this is not all about you.
Carl, we're gonna put one more comment from Carl, and then Carl, I'm gonna put you in timeout, man, because you're kind of annoying here now. Because Cynthia, we're gonna use Cynthia, and I hate to say it, Cynthia is a black woman, as you can tell. You were saying you're a black man, and you're saying, but here's what he says his last thing. So black people are fascists?
No, because I'm not a fascist.
Said that. There you go. Grab that race card, buddy.
You
grab hold of that sucker.
Right.
Why are you in this conversation? Because you're having your own conversation. You're making it both sides, Carl. Come on, dude.
And I'm black and I'm not a fascist, but I don't debate fascists either. I don't care what color you are. I don't debate fascists. Fascists can be any color, any creed, any nationality. It doesn't matter. But I don't debate you.
All right, Carl, I'm putting you in timeout.
Yes,
so maybe
please.
if you come back, we'll see how it is. So bang. So
well,
Carl's in timeout for 10 minutes.
I will say, if Carl's still listening, these are the people who I will not debate. I don't debate flat earthers. I don't debate fascists, and I don't debate presuppositional Christian apologists, because
the
presuppositional apologists are the main people who says, your atheist worldview. They always default to atheist worldview, and it's so annoying. And then you end up getting into like circular reasoning and God, and it's just a headache.
He also obviously doesn't understand what freedom of speech is either.
No, because that was his other comment. I'm not even put it up. Those of you watching that you can see it. For those of you watching,
that's why I took my glasses back off.
But there's been a raging debate back and forth with Carl.
That's much better.
Randy and everybody else in the comments, which has been great. But I'm not gonna put every one of them on the big screen, so to speak. But it's there. You guys are watching it. You can see it playing out. But it's just, come on, man. There's a point.
Hey, I really hope you enjoyed today's show. Before you go, make sure you like and subscribe to the show and tell a friend. It really helps us grow. If you'd like more great content from us, be sure to check us out right here on YouTube. You can also find us wherever you get your podcasts, and check out our blog at atheistville.com. Until we talk again, remember, reason and compassion go a very long way.